Welcome back to MSTR-Farms. This is going to be a video probably throughout this entire week, as we didn't do very much today. But one thing we did do today is we went and got feed supplements. There's trash here, we'll have to burn that later. As you can see, we're down to 3 bags of soybean meal. And we do think we've gotten our forklift scale to work. So we actually ended up buying mini bulks. So this is one. Each of these are a ton apiece. So that's all of our roasted soybeans. Obviously we grind our own corn. We got our molasses here, and these two I still have some left over. We've got our mineral mix. This is going to be our free choice mineral for our cows. It's got selenium in it, which is supposed to help with pink eye. So we're going to be using this for our cows. The raccoons, I've been having issues with raccoons getting into my feed bag here. This is my pig starter. They only ever used to bother whenever we used to do GMO feeds. They used to bother our bought GMO feed. And then once we started grinding our own, we quit having problems. And then once we finally went to non-GMO, I didn't think we had that many problems. Then I came back today and I've got feed bags torn open. So we're going to figure out why they did that. But also on our trip, we filled up, we got about 1,000 pounds of chicken grower for the chickens, which I already went down to the farm that my cousin's raising the chickens on for us. And I took a little clip there, so I'll cut it here.
30.
30 of them?
Yeah. For the first round. The second round, we're going to have 60.
Okay. How long do they take?
8 weeks.
8?
Yeah, IBH.
8 weeks. They're all getting Crab Creek feeds, just like our hogs. Where are they going to be after this? Go back and show you the chicken tractor. So then how's your free range thing going to work with your layers that you're talking about?
Well,
are you going to try that with the layers at all?
Yeah.
Or the meat birds?
No. So you open the door, and then there's going to be water over here.
Okay.
And over here, and then the feeder is going to be hanging here, and then
there won't be this much water in there. It'll get moved.
Yeah, it's going to get moved.
But yeah, so this is how they're going to be on their pasture system. They got the cup drinkers there.
Except we're not going to use them.
Are you not going to use them?
No.
Okay. They not work very well?
No.
Okay.
We got a 7-pound feeder there, 0.2-pound there, and water there.
Water is here?
Yeah. We use that bucket here for water.
Yeah. This is Birdman. I do the 4-legged creatures. He does the two-legged ones with wings. So, yep, that's the information on the chickens. Turkeys will be very similar.
Yeah.
So, yep. That's it for here. And yeah, we went down. We got all the feed for their chicks and chickens. We got all the feed I'm going to need for a couple months for my hogs and cows. And then I'll be good for a little while. And then, you know, we took the gooseneck on Dad's Blue Dot this time instead of one of the black ones. And yeah, I got to do chores, but that's it for today. I guess I'll compile everything we did this week into one, depending on if we do a lot of stuff tomorrow. I may have a video out by Wednesday. If we do nothing tomorrow, it may be Thursday or Friday before I get a video out. So, depending on what day you're watching this, will probably depend on how long it took me to get stuff done this week. Okay, so today, which is the next day, this morning we had school and stuff like that, but today we're going to be doing some shuffle this afternoon. We got to get the forklift out, the 19, everything out of the barn. That's all getting a little shuffle with it to get my pallets organized like I want them to, getting ready for something this week maybe if I can. I need to get the SC unhooked and get it running. So, okay, that pin's tight. So this is our auger. It's kind of got homemade things on it. Like it's got the hydraulic winch. That's aftermarket. It's got an electric powered swing away. So this tractor's only like 20 horse, 25. And if most people probably don't realize it or know, they may know, I don't know. Anyway, if you drive it from down here, like a lot of the swing away augers, it takes a lot of horsepower. Because instead of pulling the grain up, you got to push. But the reason they drive from the bottom instead of the top anymore is they put a gearbox down here and they can run this auger with that gearbox. Well, for us, it's easier to be able to run this little tractor on it And so we slide our drawbar all the way over here, and then we run this PTO around the side, all the way up, and we drive it from the top. And we run an electric motor. So it is fairly nice. And yeah, it enables us to be able to use this for more things than just shuffle jobs. But our other shuffle tractor is in the shop right now, so I have to use this because that's all I got, or else this would just stay on the... The choke cable broke off on it, so we don't have that. There we go. I think I know what I need to do. There we go. Got that out. We're actually gonna throw that up there for now. Okay, so first things first, we got a bunch of shuffling to do here. You can get off and help me push this cart. We got to move our fencing cart. We got to move this pallet, put all that in the back, get rid of all this trash, and then we're going to put the SC on that feed grinder. Because we got our beans in bulk now, so we got to get this moved here. We can move it by hand. So now we've got to burn all these bags, which is why one of the main reasons why I wanted to go to bulks. And that's because I'm tired of burning bags. I feel like it's wasteful to buy them in bags whenever I use 10 or 12 at a time. That's enough weight at one time to, you know, it's pointless for me to be getting bags if I have the ability to use bulks. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to set you up on a time lapse right here to watch me burn all these bags. Almost forgot about you guys, but we got that feed grinder pulled out over there. We got the beans sitting outside before the rain comes in again. That way, just a shade. We're gonna back this all the way up into this nook. Careful, you're close. Keep coming. Don't hit the 88 covers or Dad will kill you. That's not a good thing. Yeah, I understand. Just if you can get her straight, you're perfect. See, we practice. You're very close, but you're good. We practice this a lot, so let's watch this. He's only 10. Some real backing up skill here. You're touching here. If I can move this just a hair. No, yep, just keep coming. You're all right. Half an inch. Whoa! Right there. I know. We'll leave it here anyway. So you'll be able to lift it up and have a little shoot. But here's the grinder in a little bit more size to size comparison.
And light.
Yep, and the light a little bit. You can see this one's much bigger. It's taller. I don't think this one would fit over there. It'd be a tight fit. It's taller. It's got a big. It does have bigger screens. We did see if we could put this screen in here, but we can't. They're made by, they're the same brand. This one's Archway. This one's International Harvester. But Archway made International Harvester's grinders, and they just painted them red. That's all that happened. So, raccoon in there? Nope. So they're basically sisters. You know, obviously look at the back. They have the exact same design. But as you can see how much lower this one is, and that one's got that extension. So we might be able to copycat that extension onto here. I'm hoping we can.
And this came off of that.
Yep, that auger used to be on here. That's why it's red and white. It's definitely well used, but yeah, so maybe tomorrow we'll get into tearing this apart. I think I'm just going to take it apart here and here, and we'll figure out what we want to do then from there. If we want to just make this spout work or if we don't. We'll see what the flights, how direction they are, and all that stuff. It's going to need air in the tires, but you know, it's nice. One big upgrade that we always hated about this grinder, it's going to be hard to show you, but if you look back in here, this belt on that one, that's the load auger. And on this one, which it doesn't have the covers on it yet, we don't know, it didn't have the covers on it when we got it, but you know, we just play safe. It has a chain, and what that drives is that auger back there. And what happens is when you push this really hard, you're putting a lot of corn into it. You're working as hard as you can because you're trying, you know, it's efficiency, or you're really just trying to pulverize it or crack it. This one, if that gets too much grain in it, that belt will slip. And I've had that happen twice to me already when I was still using this to grind feed. We burn up the clutch on a tractor just trying to get it unstuck because you're just going, and next thing you know, it's full. You'll see corn piling up all the way out here, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And that's when I learned how to drive it.
And that's why we're going to do it on the little tractor, because that doesn't have enough horsepower to grind it too fast for it to overload. So then we'll know, you know, it'll take all the horsepower out of it before we overload the belt. But the chain, we're able to push this really hard with that chain on it instead. Oh, and a big thing, this has a magnet. So you can see, it's already caught some metal in here. This is all metal. And metal comes out of your bin. It can come out of a lot of things. That's why there's this magnet in here. This one does not have a magnet. Well, that little bit of metal don't hurt the cows, but I had a bolt fall in here once. Oh, little mouse. I had a bolt fall in here, and if you can just imagine a fully automatic machine gun going off right next to your ears as it threw that bolt around in there. Because I didn't hit the auger, it just went.
I remember that.
And I thought somebody was shooting at me, basically. So I shut it all down, and I started searching. I pulled this cover off, and I started looking. And I found the bolt. And if I had a picture of it, I'd show it. But that bolt had scars in it. It looked like somebody took a grinder and just ground it all different. It's amazing it didn't hurt somebody. That's why that magnet is really nice. It is safety. Because this thing has enough power to throw a bolt through the side of it. If that hits someone in the head, it'll kill them. So that magnet was a big upgrade. It's a nice big safety upgrade for us. And I really like this grinder. It's got a taller auger. This one we had to put an extension on here to be able to reach our big bulk bin. And because of this extension in the short hitch, we couldn't turn with the cab on. And that's why this was out before I hit it. Because I had the auger out so we could turn it with the cab. Well, I just forgot to put it back in, and then I crunched it because it wasn't where it normally is. This one has the longer tongue on it for the scale, and that auger is up higher, and it comes about this far from hitting your cab, but it will never hit it because of the geometry.
I just put that on there.
No, that's factory.
Sure?
Yep. So it is a much better upgrade for the same price it would cost to fix this. So we're going to use it because it's here, and it's a nice good storage, but it's retired from grinding feed permanently. So yep, that's about all we're doing today. We're going to do chores, go home, do some more homework, and get caught up, and tomorrow we'll be working on this, so we'll see you there. Okay, so I took these side panels off so you can kind of see what's going on. I didn't take these top ones off, but I guess I probably should have. So basically, there's the auger that comes up, and there's one that comes here, and it comes in and it hits these paddles, and these paddles throw it up this little side chute tube here, and then this auger then would catch it, and these augers are ran through gears, and because of the way gears work, they rotate. So if this gear is going this way, then this one's going to go the opposite direction. So your flights have to be switched so you move the grain in the right direction, or feed in this case. So of course we bent this one. This is where the damage happened, and one of these brand new is 500 bucks. So by the time we replaced this and did all the work to it, we could have bought a new one. But what happened when this bent is we actually bent the auger. So this auger normally would just be straight, and I'm gonna have to take all this apart and figure out how I can get this. I have to basically cut the auger off in here somewhere, so that way I have a decent, because this auger here is still in good shape. So this auger is in good shape, this auger and this one are all in good shape. I think I'm gonna have to start by taking off these bolts, and we'll come over with the forklift and we'll slide the whole big part tube off, and then we'll see where we're at then. I don't know what it takes. Maybe just probably take out some bolts. Got this one bolt left to get this. Okay. So now that we slid this out a little bit, you can see this is what an auger flight looks like. As you can see, there's not supposed to be a lot of gap in there, but there is. One thing that we do have with this auger, I don't know if you can look, but if you look way down in there, you can see there's a dimple, and that's right in here, and that's from being hit with other things. That was not me this time. So this tube has a little bit of a dimple in it. Now, if we were, that's not a problem with this flight, but if we go and put a new one in that is up as tight as it should be, that's where you start hitting issues with those dimples. It'll start hitting the dimples. So, as you can see, the auger is supposed to be straight, and you look at this way, and straight up from the top, it's not. So I might come in here with like a sawzall, just cut this off here and take the auger off, and then I can start working on this back elbow piece. And yeah, I guess we'll see where we get from there. Okay, so I got this auger off. I got it cut here. So now I'm going to work on trying to get this elbow off, because this elbow is junk. I don't know what it's going to take, because I assume I take these bolts, loosen them up, and then I should be able to just hammer the gear off. I think that's how I got to get this out. We'll see. So yeah, I guess I'll see after I get that figured out. But normally this would sit like that, and the auger would go straight over, and that's how it would be, and that's how it would look normal. But because it was bent, it was all the way back here like that. So if you actually look carefully, you can see where the auger actually bends. So this whole part of the auger is junk, but all this is good. It's all nice and straight. So we're going to try and utilize this to make this go up higher. So I guess I'll see after I start getting this off. Okay, so I've got the bolts all out. I got it undone here, and I currently have the gear puller on it. And what a gear puller is it's got teeth that clamp around the gear just like this, and then it has a threaded rod. And what this threaded rod is it pushes on the axle, and so that's going to in turn pull the gear out. And because of the way the shaft is in here, we want to pull this gear off, and then I'll be able to slide this whole entire elbow off the shaft. So all we got to do is just turn, and it'll pull the gear off, and that's all we have to do, and then should be able to pull this elbow right off. So okay, so we got the gear pulled off here, and now all we have to do is pull this elbow off. I had the bearing undone and all on that, so all we should have to do is just grab it by here. Yep, and set it off. So that's the broken elbow, but then pretty much everything here is still good. The lift worm gear is fine. This auger is fine. And this better shows what this how this paddle works. So obviously you have your elbow here, and as the feed comes through here, it'll hit about here, and then this paddle will just throw it. And that's what this little gully in here is for it to throw the feed up. And that's how archways work. But as you can see, it's broken. And that's the lift gear. But that right there is worth $500. Brand new, of course. So we're going to use this for supplement probably. And so we might just have the auger do one of these and just drop straight out. Or we might try to have it go up. We're going to pull off some covers and see if we just want it to go up or what. But, yep, this is a pretty good alternative to it and it's cheap. It shouldn't cost us anything, and we'll have a nice 4,000 pound bin for storing supplements in. So this could be the end of the video if we don't do anything else today. Please leave a like if you like what you see. Have a comment if you have any questions or concerns, and subscribe if you want to continue to see it. And I guess we'll see you guys in the next one.